Edwardstone and Tom Cannon just taking it up from third time lucky, and then Warlord who's plugging on, and in between the final two fences Edwardstone has kicked away from third time lucky who's very tired, and Warlord at the last. Edwardstone flies over Tom Cannon for Alan King, and now he's storming up the hill. It's Edwardstone by wide margin, 12 lengths. Warlord is wearing down third time lucky, and Edwardstone wins the close brothers Henry VIII novices.
A quick leap there, not so jolly there from Raya Time, who's dropped back to last. Do Your Job's improved into second, Edwardstone now third. They're racing their back towards home then. The Ladbrokes Wayward Lad novices chase, and it's Solo who's out in front. Do Your Job looming up in the black and orange, and Edwardstone wider out. These three now kick away from Raya Time. 3 to take then, and Do Your Job has now just put his head in front from Edwardstone, who looms up to the outer. Solo's now ridden towards the inside as they head approach the third from the end. Edwardstone, Do Your Job pretty much together there. 2 lengths away now to Solo in third. Raya Time over in fourth. Now the run down towards 2 out sees Edwardstone pick it up from Do Your Job, and Edwardstone ridden into the lead by Tom Cannon's found a few lengths, and over 2 from the end. Stepped over nicely clear, 5 lengths now to Do Your Job in second. Solo back in third, racing down towards the 12th and final fence, and Edwardstone has quickly gone 10 lengths clear. Edwardstone at the last, and he's over in great style. Do Your Job's landed in second, Solo in third, then Raya Time, but heading up towards the line. This will go the way of Edwardstone. He will take the 30th running at the Ladbrokes Wayward Lad novices chase for Alan King, ridden to victory by Tom Cannon. Do Your Job in second, Solo third, and last of 4 was Raya Time.
Over the second last, Edwardstone by 2.5 lengths to third time lucky, and Brave Shashka coming down towards the 12th and final fence. Edwardstone is clear, and he's over. He's clear by 3 lengths to third time lucky, and then Brave Shashka. There's a half furlong to go, and Tom Cannon and Edwardstone are clear of their field and racing up towards the line. 4 straight wins over fences for Edwardstone. Next call.
As the leaders make their way down towards the second last in the Arkle, Riviere de Tell joined and passed by Edwardstone. Blue Lord and Gabby Nacco tried to deliver challenges, but it's Edwardstone who leads at the last in the Arkle. Edwardstone jumps it well. Blue Lord and Gabby Nacco are in pursuit. Red Rookie have fallen when beaten at the last, but it's Edwardstone 3 or 4 lengths clear, powering up the hill for Alan King, and a first festival win for Tom Cannon. Edwardstone wins the Arkle. Gabby Nacco second, Blue Lord, then Warlord, Riviere de Tell, Auton Couleur, Curse the Blime, and Magic Days. Red Rookie's okay, Ryder's okay as well, Tom Bellamy. Alan King's had a long wait for a festival winner back to 2015, and he's had an even longer wait for a winning favourite at the festival, but Edwardstone travelled into the race supremely well, jumped ahead at the second last, and up the run-in, the Arkle was in safekeeping.
Coming forward again, flag up, they're off. Get away then, they've got 13 fences to jump here. They begin with a plain and an open ditch down the home straight, and as they run to the first of those, Dunvegan the grey with Gentleman to Me in the green colours. Nearest to us, the black, red and white of Fumenbull Sivola. Pink jacket of Grenadine behind those. Here's number 2, the first of the open ditches. Shishkin the yellow sleeves, and Edwardstone is fractionally the back marker as the sextet have cleared the first of the open ditches. The second one will be fence number 6, and a run now before the downhill plain third fence, and it's Gentleman to Me has the advantage here by around about a length. The grey horse Dunvegan running in second place. Then Grenadine against the running rails in the pink jacket. Little wide is Fumenbull Sivola in black colours. A length off those, the checks of Shishkin, and Edwardstone is at the back marker. These 6 runners, 45 victories between them. They've earned £1.63 million in prize money so far, looking to add an extra 100,000 for the winner here as they run downhill then away towards the far side. Plain fence number 3 will be the next one. Aidan Coleman on Gentleman to Me has the lead, just over a length. Pink jacket, Grenadine and Harry Cobden in second. Johnny Burke in red colours on Dunvegan, level with him, in fact, second and third places. Fumenbull Sivola, Charlie Deutsch is next, and then Nico de Boinville on Shishkin. Edwardstone landed a little steeply at number 3, continues with Tom Cannon to be the back marker. Away down the far side they go. with Gentleman to Me. Only a narrow leader going to be at number 4. Greenatine's only about a neck behind him in second place. Behind those, Fimenville Civil are just about in third. Quickly they'll move on to fence number 5. Yellow Sleeves of Shishkin is next, moving up on the inside of Dunvegan as they head to the second and final one of the open ditches. Edwardstone a length behind those is the back marker. They're all over that one. The water jump roughly halfway. Fence number 7 will be their next obstacle. There's only 6 or 7 lengths between first and last, and it is Gentleman to Me who shows the green and yellow jacket out in first position narrowly. Greenatine running in second. On the right is Fimenville Suvola. Shishkin is hidden by Greenatine at the moment. He's the Yellow Sleeves, just get him into clear view. Edwardstone behind those with Dunvegan. 6 out, the first of the railway fences. Gentleman to Me was a very narrow leader. Greenatine is almost level with him. Fimenville Suvola continues to be close up with them. Shishkin is level with him. Edwardstone going the shortest way. 4 from the finish. This is the final of the railway fences. They've flown down that back straight. Dunvegan is at the rear of the field and becoming a little outpaced as they begin the long run to 3 from the finish in this Betfair Tingle Creek. Gentleman to Me still has the advantage. Greenatine in the pink jacket continues to be with him and has just about joined him now. Fimenville Suvola behind those. Shishkin in the Yellow Sleeves encouraged to get after Greenatine, who's taken the lead. Edwardstone right on the heels of these, but only 5th position at the moment. Dunvegan is next. They head down. 3 fences to go from here. Greenatine in the pink jacket in the centre. At the pond fence, Shishkin on the right fluffs that one. Hit it on the extreme right. Edwardstone goes past him and takes second place. And round the home turn, Greenatine in front, but Edwardstone has drawn level now. 2 plain fences to go. Greenatine and Edwardstone touchdown together. Shishkin is 5 lengths, 6 lengths behind them in third, and it's Edwardstone who moves down to the final fence now and has begun to power away. Tom Cannon, Edwardstone at the last, cleared it well. Greenatine a mistake from him in second place. Shishkin is in third. It is Edwardstone who heads up the run in now with a 7-8 length advantage. Edwardstone, the new star in town, wins the Betfair Tingle Creek. Greenatine in second. Shishkin is in third place, and Gentleman to Me a length and a half behind him in 4th.
Alan King alongside, just debriefing with our very own Jonathan Nisa. Wow, that was some performance. Well done.
Yeah, very special. Means a lot.
What were your feelings coming into today, taking on the big boys as it was billed?
I was more aware of the fact that it was his first run, you know, and I owe Nicky a huge thank you for letting me take him to 7 Barrows last week. You know, we got a proper bit of work into him on mile. He went to mile 1. It was just to get him away and get a proper blow into him. So I had sent him 1 case of wine. I'm going to have to send him a second one now.
You know, that's lovely to hear. You know, he knew you were going to be coming here and taking on Shishkin, and,
yeah, I mean,
and yet there the two of you are.
I was thinking Shishkin need the gallop. He said you wouldn't see which way he went, you see. But no, it's very kind. I mean, I lead the horse with him, but Nicky gave me one of his best work riders to lead the gallop. Yeah. And Robin Smith, my assistant, who rides Edwardstone every day, he rode him in his bit of work, and it was just what we needed to do, you know. But I still thought he'd probably just, whatever he did today, he'd probably come on for it, you know.
Well, great if he does, because that was...
He's a big, heavy horse now, you know, and I mean, that's why we couldn't risk him on earlier in the year. I mean, I know there's been a lot said about it, but, you know, we do know what we're doing with these horses, and I get slightly miffed by some of the comments.
Well, I know you talked about it being such a dry summer, etc., and your priority is your horse, and, you know,
yeah,
look, it's paid
and
now,
to be fair, you know, walking this today, this is the best, nicest ground I have walked all autumn, winter. I mean, this is streets ahead of Ascot and even Newby last week. This is the nicest ground I've walked all autumn, winter.
What were you feeling watching he and where Tom had him on the way around?
Perfect. I mean, you know, he was quite keen. Obviously, he's a little bit fresh, but nice position. A little bit of a heart. This to beat at the first of the railway fences. He got in a bit tight and just pitched on landing. But usually, if you miss the first one slightly, you'll meet the other 2 very well, which I think he did. And then he just kept powering away, you know.
And do you have an idea of where you go here off the back of this?
Well, I had it in the back of my mind that we'd probably go to Kempton for the Desert Orchid, but I'll see, you know. I mean, obviously working back from the Green Mother now, whether we go 1 or 2 runs, the game spirit will obviously come into it, but it's a nice problem to have. But I really just wanted to get today out of the way, and I mean, he's exceeded my expectations.
It's a bit more than out of the way. What an exceptional 2-mile chaser he is.
Yeah, and Tingle Creek's the Tingle Creek's been one of my favourite races. I've been second on it, I think, 3 times. I think Voipur Steadies was second a couple of times, and we ran Kumbashwa just to get prize money a few years ago. He finished second behind Sprinter. But to win it is very special, and you know, I don't know if you guys have seen the old sales catalogue tonight, but to see Tingle Creek and Steve Smith Eccles on board, and that's when I was falling in love with racing, following those sort of horses.
As the only other runner going, and Edwardstone is a distance clear. Final fence then, Edwardstone comes towards it, clears it well. It's going to make all here, burnt them off, and eventually only Fumanbil Sivela will be the other finisher in the race. He is up and over the final fence safely, but he can coast to victory. Edwardstone and Tom Cannon have won the Betfair Exchange Game Spirit Chase, making all, and were never challenged. Fumanbil Sivela, the winner for the 2.
Is the 7th from home. Master Chewy in the centre. He's tackled now by the veteran. Edwardstone towards the inside. Boomborn still with about a length and a half to find wide in 3rd. On now towards the 2nd fence in the back. Master Chewy jumps it well. He was more fluent there than Edwardstone against the inside rail, and Boomborn is getting ever closer, and now there's no more than a length splitting the trio. Final open ditch is 5 from home. And Edwardstone had to reach for that, and he's come alongside Master Chewy, and these two now going towards the 4th from home. Master Chewy is the one who quickens into that. His lead extends again to a length and a half over Edwardstone, and Boomborn is around the outside, and now they enter the final half mile of the Coral Silviniaco Conti Chase, and it is Master Chewy and Sam Twister Davies who have the lead. Now Harry Skelton has Boomborn moving into 2nd, and Edwardstone and Tom Cannon have dropped back to 3rd. They've made the turn in, facing now the 3rd last. Master Chewy against the rail. Towards the outside is Boomborn, and then switching wide now is Edwardstone, who tries to rally. Over the 3rd from home, little between the 2 leaders. Master Chewy, and on the centre of the course, Boomborn, and wide is Edwardstone, who now looms as a danger towards the wide outside, and Edwardstone takes the lead. Over the 2nd from home, Edwardstone now has come through to lead over Master Chewy, and then back to 3rd is Boomborn. One more fence to take in the final furlong, and Tom Cannon and Edwardstone coming towards the last. Their lead will be 2 lengths as they rise. Edwardstone out in front to Master Chewy in 2nd. Boomborn is back in 3rd. Edwardstone not finding a lot in front, but he's doing enough, rolling back the years. Edwardstone for 11th career success. Edwardstone from Master Chewy and Boomborn.
Within a half length, Edwardstone a length and a half back in 3rd, and then 7 or 8 lengths to Brookie as they round the turn. Solness having to be ridden along. JPR1, you'd have to say, going slightly better at the moment, though the leader is very hard horse to pass. In 3rd is Edwardstone moving forward as they arrive now towards the pond fence. Solness is joined by JPR1. JPR1 touches down in front of Solness. Then Edwardstone. They round the final turn. 2 fences left to jump. JPR1. Solness trying to fight back on the inside. At 2 out, JPR1 came up well from Solness. Edwardstone begins to stay on down the outside. He says go on JPR1, Brendan Powell. But Edwardstone is the challenger in 2nd. Solness back in 3rd. The final fence, JPR1 and Edwardstone within a length now. JPR1 taken on by Edwardstone. Edwardstone on the near side. Tom Cannon of JPR1, and then Solness inside the final 100 yards. Edwardstone from JPR1, who's coming back, is going to get very close on the line.
Amazing, yeah. Felt great, you know, travelled his usual self, and yeah, they went hard enough for him, which he often needs in his races, and yeah, his stamina, which he obviously has a bit more of now, came into play, I think.
You must have felt very confident turning in.
I was.
Not.
No, I was. I thought, yeah, I was and I wasn't. You know, I knew I was going to be bang there, but it felt like a long way from the back of the last anyway.
All the more satisfying when they roll back the years like that. Did you feel he'd get back?
I thought off the back of Plumpton that he gave himself every chance because he finished his race that day, but you know, Ascot really took its toll on him, I think, on that ground over that trip, and they've done a great job to get him back to that sort of form anyway.
Well done.
Cheers, thank you.
For you, must be a joy to train.
Very special horse, yeah, right the way through, and Robin Horizon, but tonight's the first time we've all got together since Sandown, and the decision's been made, he's been retired. And I'm going to miss him awfully. It's the right thing.
Oh, stop. No, you and me are always terrible. We're literally a disaster.
I know.
But hearing those words out loud...
Yeah, we all decided it was the best thing. Yeah.
Go out on a high.
Definitely, yes.
I think the horse, I mean, his work's been as good as ever, you know, last season, and to win that Grade 1, but we were getting to the stage that you're always petrified something was going to happen to him, and we thought if we brought him back this year, we'd be a nervous wreck going into the race, and was it going to be any fun? And it probably wouldn't have been. So he's going to leave a big hole at Barbary, but they're going to find something, because he's got to be kept active, you know.
So